Good evening.
First question, tell us about what you do in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, I've got two organisations that are closely related. One mother, one child. I want to talk about Business Against Poverty. Business Against Poverty is a social enterprise. And we also have a charity called People Against Poverty. We work in 6 countries. And principally, Business Against Poverty is corporate social responsibility in a bundle. It's where you can come and get the whole thing all in one go. So we're a membership community. We have 117 members, mainly in the West Country. We're at turnover now, we've calculated around £60 million. Now that's not us, that's the turnover of our membership. We've probably raised about £5 million for the projects worldwide with children in the last 8 years. So principally the membership community is about ethical, sustainable business. So our ambition is to encourage guys like you and large companies is to have their business ethical and sustainable to make a difference in the world and to make a difference to their employees and to their community. So we want that to be a profitable proposition, and Business Against Poverty just does that.
Very good summary.
Right.
So could you tell us a little bit more about the focus? You talked about the ethical aspect of it. So is it what sort of sectors do you cover in terms of what's the CSR element of it? Is it environment? Is it health? Is it education?
The CSR element is there are a number. If we take first is the charitable, I think I've made quite clear. That's about giving and driving money, using our membership fees and our members' money is to give humanitarian work around the world. The corporate social responsibility then runs into giving a framework for you to give an ethical understanding and policies within your business. Now the ethics are quite broad, it doesn't matter whether you're green or not. What matters is that you state what you are. And you become honest what you are, and you create a culture. Now ethics, many people think ethics is about the law. It's particularly, I talk to accountants or solicitors that say, we're ethical. You know, I can promise you, I can go into most companies and find something unethical. Ethics is about diversity, it's about employment, it's about the supplier chain, it's about where you buy your coffee, it's about how you turn the lights on, it's about how you treat your employees. Many people spend a fortune on HR. You wouldn't need such a big HR cost if your company was ethical in the first place, because you would have a culture of ethics and diversity and collaboration within the company. So right across that board in the ethical policy, into our branding, into a lot on PR and PR management, where we do what I call really useful content about how you engage. I'm with a lot of experts here, but I noticed a lot of tweets, a lot of things about my special offer, is how good my company is, and they bore me. And I think they bore most people. We expected. But when you talk about your engagement, the supplier that you worked with, the person that you helped, is the child that the company sponsored, we do child sponsorship, the charity thing that you got involved with, the money you saved, or the way you engaged your person on a university graduate. All these things are really useful content. And so we work hard in that corporate social responsibility to turn that into a marketing advantage for our members.
That's very interesting. What are the 6 countries that your companies are involved in?
Oh gosh, in Romania we have a large capital investment in. Is Malawi, India, Tanzania, Haiti, Milsham and Trowbridge. and India.
So I got more questions, but let's open it up to the floor first and start with Ash.
Me and a couple of people tonight have been discussing about how having like a social aspect as a company makes you attractive as an employer.
Yes.
Are you finding that as a bit of a trend at the moment? People are focusing.
I think it's more than a trend. I think it has real substance and it has longevity. I was talking to somebody, I think it was Helen. Millennials. We all know what millennials are. People are all millennials here. You can know that language. You understand the language. The people coming out of university understand the language. They are wanting to work for companies that have a social aspect, that have a connection. If they are choosing those companies. They also know and this is, I hate to say fact, and I haven't got the numbers with me, but it's easily researchable, that the companies that have an ethical, sustainable content as their culture are more profitable and more sustainable, not just for the environment, but for the longevity of the company. So they're successful. So it attracts good people. Even those that are great, lovely people that are not fortunate enough to be graduates, they may be Generation X, is they've been used to command and control. They don't want that, they're fed up of it. They're seeing the new generation, millennial, as being very collaborative, and they want a part of that. They want to be engaged in something. That absolutely has a significant part of employment prospects and attraction.
More questions?
How do you deal with due diligence when you're dealing overseas?
The due diligence of overseas is we don't have businesses overseas, our projects are overseas. So they're the people that we help and support in those. The due diligence is we're in there working. Most of the money we take over individually, except for Far East, is we're on Skype every day, and we give intellectual property, and we have a relationship with them. We're not a giving charity, we give a hand up, not a hand out. So we're active in every way, and some of our members and the businesses actually go to those projects and give skills. So it's hands-on due diligence. There's 3 people in our charity. We've raised £5 million working in 6 countries, and it's built through great volunteers and great project people overseas. So we punch way above our weight.
What would you say has been your greatest challenge?
Romania, really. Well, there's 2 challenges. There's one in business. One in the business against poverty and one in the charity. In the charity, Romania, many people remember the child orphanages at a certain age, but young people don't. The other thing is in Romania, it's a very repressed country. People don't understand. The Gypsies are only about 1% of the nation. Gypsies come originally from Pakistan. And so they're a wonderful set of people, but the people with the communist regime there rob them of their soul. If I go and work in our projects in Africa, doesn't matter how poor they are, providing there's not famine, they have a wonderful spirit, they're alive. They'll kick a tin under the sun, they'll invite you in for dinner. In some parts of Romania, every 1 in 3 people learn to be spies, otherwise they got prosecuted. They don't give you eye contact. They've been robbed of their soul. That's very challenging. And of course, because it was such a communist state, they're not entrepreneurial. So it takes us years even to get their trust. In business against poverty, our biggest issue is men. Women understand, women entrepreneurs are attracted to us much more. We do have great men that are members. In fact, Chris May is like your dad. He's a superb man and one of our major sponsors. But men tend to not get the emotional message, I'm generalising, is if I start talking about my product, they'll stand back and think I'm after their money. It's charity. And we're not charity. Charity is a Victorian word. We're entrepreneurs. I'm a businessman. Women will step forward and listen to the emotional statement. They'll engage. And then they'll make the business and the financial connection. And so they're more rounded. So as much as I love Grace, working with men, entrepreneurs, is a bit of a challenge. But normally I know within about 4 minutes, I would guess, if that person's going to engage with us. And probably less. I'm sure there's lots of other challenges, but those ones come to mind.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Speaking to lots of startups and entrepreneurs, they desperately want to be ethical and corporate socially responsible, but they're finding whether it's sourcing their product, it's more expensive for them to do it that route. What advice have you got for them in regards to being able to do that and being able to start up their business to be affordable and attractive to the marketplace that they're entering?
I think certainly the first thing is a passion towards being as a good person.
I get that, but some people say they really want to do it,
I know.
They just can't afford to do it. How am I going to do it?
So when we'll do it, we'll say you can only do what you afford. Because most people won't do anything negatively. They won't go and do anything start a business, putting carbon monoxide in.
Yeah.
They start at a level of knowledge. Our job is to encourage them and teach them and to let them grow. You've got to make money to give it away. It's no good going to, for instance, to saying to Africa or Asia and saying, we want you to be carbon neutral free, when we've done all the robbing of the carbon. We want them to be good. No use going to a younger generation after we've robbed the planet to say, we want you to be good when we've made all the money. So we're pretty cool about it. Our job is to do the things that you can do and do them well and market it. Let us do the branding and bring the policies and the encouragement. Let us network you. We do a lot of training and networking with the people that do and grow in that arena. You don't, to be ethical, you don't have to start out being an expert in ethics and sustainability. Start with the culture of the mind. I hope that's not waffly, but that's true.
No, it makes sense.
No.
Have you got any more questions? That was great, Bill. Thank you so much.
Thank you.